You've seen my next guest in films like Born on the 4th of July and Singles. She's been getting rave reviews for her performance in Something to Talk About, which is in theaters right now. Please welcome Kyra Sedgwick.
Give me something to talk about. How about love,
Hey, it's good to see you. I've enjoyed your acting very much. Now, this is your first talk show, isn't it, so?
It's my first late night talk show.
First late night.
That's
well,
right. The morning thing is a totally different thing.
Yeah.
Much easier.
Is it different, easier?
Yes, you don't, yes. But I won't say why until later.
Well, you're not nervous now, are you?
No, not at all.
No, this is very, very easy.
No.
Yeah. Because we met before. We met in where? Philly?
We met in Philly, yeah. Yeah, you did a, one of those great
one of those comedy things.
One of those comedy things, yeah.
And you and Kevin came by, Kevin Bacon, your husband. You guys came by. And it was very nice of you to come backstage. I was actually really thrilled. That was pretty impressive.
Oh, no, we laughed so hard. And there was one of those queer things that appeared in the paper the next day. And the headline was, Leno leaves bacon for chicken. Which is like one of these queer things that they're always
eating a piece of chicken or something.
I mean, you went out afterwards for chicken.
That's right.
And it's like one of those things that, it's always a bacon sizzles or,
bacon,
chicken and
bacon bad for the heart, that kind of thing.
Right.
Well, you're bacon now. So
that's right.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
not much you can do about that.
No, it's
true. And the kids are all bacon as well.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
It's a rough life. Now, I'm reading about, now let me ask you something. I'm reading in, was it Us Magazine?
Right.
Now, Kevin and I have talked about you a couple of times. Actually, I got him real good with you one time.
Right.
Did you ever see this movie, Murder in the First? Great movie that your husband starred in.
Right.
And you had a small role as a prostitute.
Right.
And when he came here, I said, I saw Murder in the First, very good. And I said to him, that woman who played the prostitute was great. And he started to go, thank you. And he went, and I said, you could tell she'd probably really been a prostitute at one time. Because I said, because she was so good at those scenes. And then he went, and then he caught himself, and he caught him. But it was good. It's good to just nail him.
He gave you the flared nostrils thing. That's what happens when he gets mad. He just, all of a sudden, they flare out even more than they're
Well, that's a common bacon thing. Yeah, the nostrils will flare.
Yeah, it's a snout thing happening, yeah.
Now, when did you start? You start doing soap operas and all that?
Yeah,
you did that before.
I started on the soap when I was 16. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, that young, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
Yeah. I've been doing this for years.
Yeah. Is that fun? Did you like doing those? Were they live? Or
they were great. I mean, you learn a tremendous amount doing a soap. The lines are just amazingly poor sometimes. And the amazing thing is that they'll keep anything that you say. I mean, you can say the stupidest thing in the world, and they'll keep it. Like, one time, I was playing this rebellious daughter, run away, I mean, just awful, and my grandmother's having this big fight with me, and I say, I'm leaving, and I'm packing my bags, and she says, where are you gonna go? And I said, I don't know, maybe I'll go up south. And they kept it.
Well, they have to keep it as well.
They kept it. I mean, you could, pick your nose and eat it, and they would keep it, because they have to.
Yeah.
They have to.
But I'm just trying to get a visual picture here for myself.
Of the picking nose.
Thank you. Well, actually, you don't need to act it out, really.
Okay.
It's kind of a fairly clear. Now, I was asking about Us Magazine again. In that they had it, because Kevin told me you work out a lot.
Right.
But in the article, you said, no, I never work out.
No.
But you look like you're in great shape.
No, I'm slightly neurotic about it, but it's not something I'm proud of. And, those things, I mean, it was one of those looking good pieces. And, I thought, I talked to the reporter and he'd say, tell me about your acting and how do you do what you do? And just sort of like, something sort of on the serious side. And of course, all they wanted to know was what's your beauty regime. So I thought, well, I'm not going to tell them that I work out. So, I just denied it, and it looked like a total lie.
Oh, I see. Well, you look great. Because Kevin told me a story. Now, is this true about you at the gym in New York?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Well, tell him that story. This is,
Must I? It's pretty embarrassing.
Now, where is this? Right in Manhattan?
Yeah. I go to this place called the Reebok Sports Club.
It's like a fancy...
In New York. And it's really, I mean, they have anything and everything you'd ever want in a gym. And they have simulators. They have these ski machines. They have everything.
Simulators. So they have those in Times Square.
They have a climbing wall.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah.
It's huge. So I go to this I go to that place and I do this thing called spinning. It's this amazing class that you take where you're on a stationary racing bike and blah, blah, blah. So I took a really early class one morning and I thought, you know, all I do is come here and do the classes and leave. Why don't I just stay and do the sauna and the steam? You know, I'm really gonna get my buck, you know, get my buck's worth. So I decide that I'm gonna go do whirlpool and sauna and the whole thing. And I do the sauna and I do the steam and I'm looking around for the whirlpool and I can't find it. And so I wrap myself around in my towel and I asked this lady in the gym, in the locker room, where's the whirlpool? So she said, oh, you go down those stairs. So I open up these stairs and it looks like a back stairs. There's like dust, you know, there's no dust anywhere at the Reebok gym in New York. So I'm a little surprised, but I start going down the stairs and she said you go down one flight and I tried to open the door and it's locked. So I go down another flight of stairs and it's locked. And I'm thinking, oh, forget it, I don't even want to do this. So I go back up and I try to get in the door that I walked out of. It's locked. So I go down all the I mean, 6 flights. I'm exhausted, you know.
And all you have on is a towel.
All I have is on is a towel, right. So I finally find a door that's open, and I open the door, and there are 6 construction guys sitting there with their coffee on the back of their truck on 68th Street between Broadway and Columbus. And I'm thinking, there's nothing else I can do. I mean, I have to go out this door.
So you have to go outside?
So I held my head high, wrapped my towel around me tightly, which barely covered anything, and walked out. And the guys are like, you know, they thought, where are you going? Yo, where you going? Hey, man, looking good, babe. Looking good. I'm just like, oh, my God.
So you had to go all the way, what, around to the front?
All the way to Broadway. And then if anyone's been around 68th and Broadway over the past, like, year, they're doing major construction. Major. And there's, like, 20 guys. And they're all just, like, going nuts. And, I mean, it's your worst nightmare. I grew up in New York. You always walk by with such trepidation, any group of construction workers. It was a nightmare.
I think I saw this movie on cable. Well, I'm glad you made it, but you look great. It's good seeing you.
Thank
Kyra,
you.
thanks. Thanks for coming.
Thank
Kyra Sedgwick. Be right back with the music of heart right after this.